the YouTube and you can see everything how it looks. We are live. What's up? What's up? Welcome to another Sneaker Sunday. That's what I've labeled this. Every time I have a live stream on Sunday, we're gonna call it Sneaker Sunday. We are live with the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Aiden. I have his Instagram pulled up right here. ACS Sneakers. Let's get it. Welcome to the live stream, bro.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. So we have his Instagram pulled up right here. We have his YouTube pulled up right here. Go show him some love if you're tapping into the live right now, or if you're watching this on the playback. We have both of his socials right here. But like with every live stream, you know how we kick it off. We're going to start off with a bit of sneaker news. And this is technically not sneaker news because we all know that the off-white green Air Force One is rumored to come out sometime in July. Hopefully releasing at the Brooklyn Museum and on Sneakers app, possibly a stash/pass. But I did see this picture and I did want to ask, if you can pick one pair out of these six, which shoe would you choose? That's the first question we're starting off with.
Oof. I think I'm gonna go with the blue ones.
The blue ones, those are tough. Those are fire. Those were those were MCAs, right? I think those are MCA blues. Yes. These are what was that?
You'll know more than me on that. Yeah. So I think the canary yellow ones, whatever they're called, they're decent, but them blue ones for me, definitely the ones I'd go with.
Yeah, those blue ones are fire. I like that. I think those are going anywhere between 2.5K US. I don't know what that is over by you, but
It's probably $2,000 probably.
$2,000. Yeah. So these are all hidden for money. All of these are crazy. I don't know, bro. I like these white ones. I'm a sucker for all white Air Force Ones, and they have this all white one. I think I would go with that one. It's kind of subtle. It's a nice subtle flex. Mike in the building. What's up? What's up? The black ones, Jack this cactus. Welcome to the stream. Let's get it. Let's get it. The black ones are fire too. But yeah, I think I would go with the white ones. Even though green is my favorite color. It's just something about the white Air Force Ones.
Yeah, the white ones are decent. I mean, I couldn't do the all black ones. Like the reputation for all black Air Forces, I just couldn't do that. So yeah, so the white one, I think if you can get any of them, buy a lottery ticket in it. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, blue ones for me though. I'll stick with the blue.
I know a lot of people, they love this OG Air Force One. I just can't get with it because it yellows way too easily. Like even if you don't even wear it, I know the materials on here is gonna get yellow, and I just can't get with that.
Nah, I've seen a few of the old off whites that did that. Like I've seen a couple of Prestos that the white colorway of the Prestos, they've like got like a yellowish color. And even some of like the Chicago's and stuff, like the ones like their yellowing is quite bad on them as well. I think it's better to stay away from those kind of materials like canvas and whatever, and the leathers are probably longer living. But even if I had these, I don't think I'd wear them, especially now that obviously he's not here anymore. I don't think I could ever really wear it, but I think if any of them in the collection, it's like part of sneaker history in it. So.
Oh yeah, no, that is 100%. And we got Jack this Cactus saying y'all sleeping on the yellow ones. No, we gave the yellow ones his respect. We said that it was fire. He just went with the blue one because he likes the blue one, and I just went with the white one just because I like a little bit of a more subtle flex. Sometimes I like to be a little loud, but with this one, I'm just gonna go with the subtle flex, the white Air Force Ones. We got Mike and gotta stop being so neutral. Gotta get some color in that closet. I do have a lot of color in my closet. What you talking about? I got a lot of color. What's up, Lofi? Welcome to the stream. Yellows go crazy. Yellows do go crazy. I definitely did want to add that pair to the collection. But that was before his passing when they were going for a decent price around a K. But now they shot up to about 2.5. What are your thoughts on more Nikes releasing after Virgil passing? Do you think they should keep releasing them? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a tricky one because you want to kind of honor his legacy and you don't want to shut it off. But at the same time, you don't want to, like, these shoes keep getting into the same hands of these resellers, like that Brandon guy, whatever his name is. Like,
Yep.
It's kind of a tricky one because, like you say, it's like with Corby's. Like, there was a situation, obviously, where Vanessa, she kind of halted the whole process. But like, I don't know if you noticed after Kobe passed, there was a lot of Kobe's coming out. So obviously, it's a strategy from a business perspective that I understand, but I don't really get with. So it's a tricky one because I don't think we should stop doing them because he made his impact, and we don't want to diminish it by like pressing pause. But I feel like if anything, like to increase the numbers and create a fairer way for people to actually get them and not be shafted by it. You know what I mean? Because it's all well and good releasing off-whites, but I mean, to be fair, like the Blazers, you can get the Blazers quite easily. But I think just treading the fine line, just not making it too limited that resellers get them and we all have to pay the high price. But at the same time, don't be like releasing one after the other like they are at the minute, because Nike are releasing a lot of shoes right now, man. It's impossible to keep up with everything that they're putting out. Over the next few weeks, I counted it's like 15 shoes in the next 10 days. It's mental.
Yeah, it's crazy. And this is a topic we're going to reach on at the end of the show is reps. And with Nike releasing so many shoes, hey, there's no point in buying reps. That's just my opinion. But we'll get more into that at the end of the show. We'll get your thoughts on reps. But yeah, so he went with the blue ones. I went with the white ones. Green ones are fire. Like I said, green are my favorite. All these are fire. My least favorite would be the OG ones because of the yellowing. But if I got my chance to pick any of these, if they gave me a random one, I would be happy. I would love it. Let's see some comments. Really like those green ones. Yes, sir, Mike, and yes, sir. Whoever has directly under him should continue. Yeah, so you're talking about like whoever is like directly under Virgil should take over. I mean, you have a point. I agree with, I wouldn't be mad if they stopped releasing Virgils, in my opinion, just because, we have what we have, and that's what he has. Like, basically, like, it's not really, like, he obviously has so many designs, so they're going to go with his creative directive, but he's not here to say no or yes on how this is released, so that's just my only thing. I just never will see myself wearing the color, yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely a harder color to match, but, we'll move on to the next piece of sneaker news. This shoe is dropping July 1st. They're calling it the Desert Elephant. Basically a black cement, kind of. And the only reason why I brought this shoe up is because I saw this image, and then I saw the image of the black cement with the gold on it. What are your thoughts on this release, and what are your thoughts on that black cement with the gold, the women's exclusive?
I think these are all right. I don't love the fact they took off the elephant print. I mean, I know why they've done it, because obviously the Black Cement's only released a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. Black Cement's my favorite Jordan 3 of all time, so I can't really get with these, to be honest. If you don't have the Black Cement, then fair enough, fill your boots. These aren't a terrible shoe. The black and gold ones are the worst. Some of the worst Jordan 3s I've ever seen.
The worst.
Awful. It looks like gold tinfoil has been slapped on it. Like, it's genuinely horrible. Like, awful shoe. This one I could see people wearing, and it's fire. It's like black. It's got like that tan color on it. For me, without the elephant print, I'm not really that bothered about the frieze. Like, the frieze for me and the elephant print go hand in hand. So I couldn't really do it on that thing. But other than that, it's not a bad colorway. It's decent. But that other one, yeah, straight to the bin. Trash. Awful.
Agreed. Those black and gold ones are horrible. The leather on here looks a little different. It looks like smooth leather. I don't know if it's just a picture. And that tongue does look like it has a suede touch to it, which is a little bit different, than your normal stuff on the Jordan 3, which I find interesting. I like to see these in hand, to see the materials, to see how they are. I am looking to get a pair of black cement 3s, but I will not replace the black cement 3s with this pair, in my opinion. But, not a bad colorway. It's
not a bad beat pair, is it? So it's
exactly.
It's not one. It's not the one.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to just have a pair, in your collection, just to have it, that would be fine. Let me pull you up over here. Let me pull you up on the big screen really quick. Get you going. So now this is the part basically. So why is it not going? This is the part of the stream where we just basically highlight you right here. You the star of the show. Talk about your sneaker history, your sneaker knowledge. Pull you up right here. So now here we go. Let me get this up. Get the chat going. Let's read. So Dark Mocha. Yeah, what you talking about? Dark Mocha? Oh, you're talking about the Jordan 3. They were called the Dark Mocha. Oh, Desert Elephant. Nice. Yeah, that is the name. And by the way, you copped some Hunter SBs. What are those? I don't even know which ones those are. SBs. There's so many different SBs. I get lost, to be honest with you. Let me know. Drop a link down in the chat below so I can look at them. All right, so we have you pulled up on the stream. So first question, basic question. You know, what would be the first pair of shoes that mattered to you?
So yeah, I've got two for this, but the one that really like got me into like collecting and stuff and like looking at shoes differently was the Air Max 90 infrareds. I got them when I was a kid. Well, I was about 10, 11 when I got them. I think yeah, about 9, 10, 11, something like that. Prior to that, I'd only really wore like Reebok Classics. So I'd have like a white pair and a black pair, and like the white pair was when I was going somewhere nice, and the black pair I could like wear to play football outside and whatever. So yeah, so my earliest memories of sneakers is Reeboks. I got a lot of love for them for that. And then when it comes to like actual sneakers and collecting and having a lot of trainers, it was the infrared 90s every time. Like for me, that is up there as top 2, top 3 best shoe of all time. Like just from my own opinion. So yeah, so it was the infrareds, and then like because of where I live, we don't have like a hood. We have council estates.
Mm-hmm.
So like the council estate was on TNs. So I remember like wanting like what TNs more than anything in the world. I had my infrareds and I loved them and I kept them fresh, but like the TN was the next one that like was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I never got them, but it is what it is. I got them when I was an adult, but as a kid I never got them. So yeah, so I would say the infrareds.
That's a beautiful shoe. I love every time they come out with the Air Max 90 packs, when they come out with the infrareds, and then they come out with all the different colors. Would you say Air Max is probably like UK's shoe? You know, like is that like
100%? Yeah, all day. Like the Air Max line 1, 90, 95, 97. You can tell where somebody was brought up just from which of the Air Max line they pick. So, for example, I live in Preston, very small city. Like the shoe here was the TNs, whereas if we go 35 minutes up the road to Liverpool, it's the Air Max 95. And you can really tell where a person's grown up by the type of Air Maxes they wear. Don't get me wrong, there's some deviation, and some people in certain areas will wear multiple different Air Maxes and whatnot, but like the 95 is iconic to Liverpool. Everybody knows that shoe as a scout shoe, and like the 90s were big here, but it was like mainly the TNs, and like down south the 95s are big as well. So it's like you can really get a sense for people's background from their Air Maxes. But Jordans are creeping up there, but it'll never replace Air Maxes, never.
And that's dope. I love to see that. I love to see, you know, like Nikes, obviously, you know, 90, 95s, 97s. I even love 98s. You know, all of those are super classic. And it's funny how you say, like, you could tell by where someone's from. You know, if someone always has a fresh pair of white Air Force Ones, we usually tend to say they're from New York, you know. If someone, you know, likes Cortezes and kind of like that blazer, usually like from Cali, West Coast. Foam posits, usually like that Washington, D.C., Virginia area. Florida, I don't know what shoes Florida gets. Florida gets, you know, probably like flip-flops and shit like that. Florida's a mix of people. I mean, Florida might get, you know, Air Forces because a lot of New York people move down to Florida. But Florida's normally a melting pot. But it's funny how you say that. And, you know, Timbs are obviously, you know, New York's classic. You got to have a nice fresh pair of Timbs. What's good, fellas? Blazing, welcome to the live stream. If you are new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it. Next question on the agenda is, we see you have a super nice collection back there, but let's just say, God forbid, there's a fire, right? There's a fire. You can only take one pair of sneakers. Which sneaker are you grabbing out of that collection?
This one right here. This is a holy grail for me. The black cement 3s all day.
I can't get mad at that. And it's so funny because I just made the video about my top 5 sneakers in my collection, and I picked the white cements. I even said I like the white cements better than the black cements. So let me know.
Like the black cements for me, to be honest, when it comes to sneaker collecting, like I couldn't afford it for the longest time. Like I'm 26 now. I really only got into proper collecting sneakers 3 years ago, and up until that point, like I've got 3 kids. I'm 26. You know what I mean? It's been a long journey to get up to a point of like financial security to be able to spend money on stuff I like. So obviously, when these dropped in 2018, they went on sale at Foot Locker. They went down and down and down and down and down. And even still, I couldn't afford them, so I couldn't have them. But I actually bought them last year, and I wore them to like bring my daughter home from hospital. So like this shoe, like this is the shoe I'm going to get married in. It's a shoe I'm going to be buried with. So yeah, this all day. Like if there's ever a fire, like forget I'm running back in for the kids. I'm running back in for these. You know, and I'll get the kids on the way out as well. But like black cements all day, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, hey, that's a great shoe. That's a classic shoe. That's probably, that has to be top five Jordans of all time. I mean, there's so many Jordans. It would be super hard to make a top five list. But I see those Carmines back there. I have Carmines, but my Carmines are from 2016. They don't have the Nike Air. I don't know. It was around 2016, around that time. But mine don't have the Nike Air. I'm so jealous. I see that Nike Air back there peeking, and I don't know. Something about that Nike Air for sneakerheads. We love that Nike Air.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, to be honest, like I missed the boat on the first release. I was, I think I was probably in high school or college when they dropped. But when these were coming out, like that's like that and the infrared sixes are my two favorite Jordan sixes. I ended up getting the whole family laced up in the Carmines, and we were quite fortunate because we didn't notice as many pink midsoles as like I think what you guys were getting in the States. Like our pairs generally, don't get me wrong, there was a few that crept in, but like the vast majority that I saw were fine. Mm-hmm. So I got the whole family, me, the missus, all three kids, and we all wore them. And to be fair, mine's the only one that's still wearable. So yeah, so like they dogged theirs out. My son has been really getting into actually playing basketball, and it's his favorite basketball sneaker right now. He absolutely loves going out and balling in it. So I think I've created a beast with him. Like he's got the Cardinal threes and he's getting on ones, and he's just trying them all out, actually like playing in them as well, which is wicked to see. So I mean, I'm too far past it for all of that. So, but yeah, the Carmines, like that's another one as well. Like top five in the whole collection, comes very close to the black cements with the infrared sixes as well. Like you said, it's tough, man, to even narrow it down to a top five all time. Like top five in the collection would be tough. So
yeah, exactly. There's so many good colorways, and it's funny. I just recently had my first child this past January. Right. Thank you. So I started getting him laced up in so many sneakers too, and my wife is going crazy saying there's no point in buying them because I'm buying like the sock bottoms, and his foot grows like a little bit every single day, so he grows out of them. And I already have a whole bunch of collection. It's funny, I have collections sneakers like for him when he's like 3, 5, 7, 10. I've been getting different sizes. Any small sizes I've been getting for him to build up his sneaker collection. So I'm already starting a beast.
No, that's the way, man. I mean, I remember I've got everything that I wanted like last year. Like I get my sons the same pairs, but I kind of let them decide their own style. I don't want to dictate what they were. So like my sons will come with me, and like, or when I'm looking online or whatever, I'll give them a choice. Like, do you want like, for example, my oldest son, he wanted the Cardinal threes, but my youngest son, he wanted those dark Marina Jordan 1s. So we got him them instead.
Gotcha.
And it's just them all the time. Like I got my other son Raging Bulls, and then I got my other son a different pair of sixes, and it's just kind of like they get to pick their style now. So my daughter, she's only one. Her collection is looking nice, man. Like she's had everything from Raging Bulls to Carmine sixes. She's got to grow into her black cement threes, her Amamonier threes. She's currently wearing a Cardinal.
Fire.
I mean, I don't even have the Amamonier threes, and every time I look at them, I'm salty, man. Like I just can't do it. Like in my size, it's like well over $1,000 now, so I kind of missed the boat on that. But she's about 6 months, like 2 to 3 months actually away from wearing hers, so at least I can enjoy that at least.
Yeah, you can live through her. Amamonier threes are fire, bro. I have a pair. I was lucky enough to get in right when they were at the lowest. So basically, I had a pair of Mocha Jordan 1s, valued probably around $400. So I sold those for $400. I wish I would have kept them because I think they're around $600-700 right now. But it was okay because with that $400, I found a vendor selling Amamonier Jordan 3s for $400. So I made money, like because the Amamoniers are around $1,000, and I'm a size 11. What size are you?
I'm size 10 US.
10 US. Okay, yeah. So that's the perfect size. Everybody, if you go to sneaker events, usually between size 9 and 10.5. That's all you really see. When you get to 11.5, my size is. It's kind of tough out there. I don't know why.
Yeah. It like for me here, like UK size 9 and 10, it's so hard to get anything decent. Like my look on sneakers is trash. Like, and it's because of my size. Like the size 9, they just go like people go for like the retailers will go for the money sizes, like the grade school sizes and the smaller sizes for like women and stuff. But like the consistent sellers are the size 9s and 10s, so it's a pain in the ass because even a GR shoe that you should be able to get will sell out. And then when like it's because of my size, but there'll still be 7, 8 11s, 12s, 13s, but 9s and 10s are gone.
Yeah.
So it absolutely does my head in. But it's just,
Yeah, I definitely do feel on that. Shout out to Speeds for subscribing. Thank you so much for that subscription. Thank you so much. How is the sneakers app in the UK? Because I know for us, it's dog shit. If I can be honest, it's dog shit. How is it for you?
it's mate. In my opinion, it's worse.
It's worse.
Like I'm affiliated with quite a lot of Americans, just obviously through the fact that sneakers are a lot bigger in America than they are in Britain. Like we're catching up little by little, but like you guys do it a bit different. So like a lot of the guys I'm subscribed to and I watch, they consistently hit. And I could just be a lucky person, but when you see certain people winning so regularly, like it's so difficult here because the hype Jordans are hype within our culture now. But then you've got on the flip side of that, Air Maxes that we want that are hyped, like may sit in America, they will sell out here. So we lose out on hype Jordans and hype Air Maxes. And Yeezys are still selling out here. Like everything still sells out. So obviously, like we said earlier, like sometimes it looks like the grass is greener to be on the other side, but it's probably more difficult because there's more people to compete with. But I think as well we get a smaller quantity because we're a smaller island. So it's swings and roundabouts. One thing I don't necessarily like so much is that like people from overseas can get in on our raffles, like Welgosh and End and all these places. Like you guys can get in on our raffles, but we can't get in on yours.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
there's like so many guys on YouTube are like, oh, I got these from End. I'm like, that's where I didn't get my pair because you got my pair from End. So
no, yeah, I definitely do agree with that. I've definitely entered in a lot of UK raffles and done like proxy systems and whatever, people shipping it out, paying the extra fees. So that does suck. I didn't realize that it's like harder for you guys to get sneakers, and it probably less sneakers as well because they probably service America more. Would you say that your collection is more made up of retail W's or resale? Like, do you pay resale for a lot or retail?
Nah, I never really. I think there was a period I started to pay a resale for some things. Like I've only the big resale numbers. I paid just shy of 400 for my Black Cement 3s. I paid just shy of 400 for my Travis Scott 6s, and then I paid just shy of 400 again for my infrared 6s. So like £400 is like maybe $450 to $500 for each of those.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all last year. And then outside of that, it's all retail. Like I try and convince myself to a point where if I don't get it, I don't need it because I can't really be out spending £400 or £500 a week.
Yep.
And like we said, there's so many releases coming out that if I do miss out on something, there's something else to kind of fill that void, like more or less straight away. I've had some success, like with like certain releases, like people will hook me up or my missus sneakers account is flipping amazing. Like she wins everything. Like
that's fire.
She got like exclusive access 10 times last year, and I've not had it ever, 0. But she got like 10 times last year. It was amazing. So she's definitely my good luck omen. But yes, I'd say I have a collection. I have a very small collection, probably compared to most people that are watching. I have about 65 pairs in my collection currently. And I'd say out of everything, there's probably 5 that I've paid resale for, and the rest are just all retail.
That's fire. You don't normally see that. Just like with my collection as well. My collection is mainly retail W's. I've paid resale for maybe like 3 or 4 pairs here or there, and it's so funny because my wife is actually goated on the sneakers app as well. She got exclusive access for the Kobe's, but she did fumble the bag right now. So if you are watching, Ashley, if you're watching right now, you did fumble the bag on the Kobe. She didn't check out in time for the Kobe's, but she did get exclusive access. But her biggest W is, I tell the story to everybody that comes on the stream, is that she got exclusive access for the Off-White Jordan 4s because that was a women exclusive. They were giving out women exclusive access. She got exclusive access for that a week early. When we got the shipment, Nike sent us 2 boxes. And if you could guess by where I'm going with that, Nike sent us 2 pairs of Off-White Jordan 4s, and she only hit on 1. But the crazier part is that she hit on a 7.5. So Nike sent her the 7.5, but they also sent her an 11.5, which is my size, which is so fucking weird because why did Nike send her size and Nike send an extra pair my size? And I didn't hit, and there was no money taken out of my account or anything like that. Which is so weird. I don't know how that happened. Like, I would imagine that Nike sent us 2 7.5s because that's what she ordered. But how do we get a 7.5 and an 11.5? which is crazy. But we flipped them. I wish we would have kept them because they went up crazy in value now. I think we made money. Obviously, we sold them for $3K the pair, $1,500 each. So we made money. But right now, I'm pretty sure we could have got $3K for each.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of my craziest W's. What were we gonna say? You said you think?
No, I was just gonna say that I feel like they're a little bit cheesy now. Them fours, like, obviously I love Off-White and all that. And what Virgil, like, they're very like, it's a nice shoe. Don't get me wrong, but like, I just feel like it's a bit vanilla. Like, it's nice, but it's not like the be all and end all. Like, there are much better fours.
Oh, no.
Seeing, like, for that, like, I couldn't do it personally. Like, I personally would much rather spend £500 on a pair of bread fours than just chill.
3K with that, yeah. I could definitely agree with that being vanilla. They are plain. But when I tell you the leather quality is like something out of a designer, like obviously you're in the UK, so you guys have all the designer stuff over there. Everything, leather goods are a lot better. And when we're in America, our leather goods are pretty shit most of the time. They're mostly plastic. So when Virgil dropped those Off-White 4s, the leather on those are amazing, bro. Like, amazing. Have you seen them in hand? Have you seen them or anything?
No. Never seen them in hand.
The leather is crazy. It's like a designer shoe. It's basically like, it felt like it was handcrafted, even though I know it wasn't. That's what it felt like. And, a nice tan shoe definitely does, do something for me. But the fact that they get dirty so quickly, there's no cleaning that at all. That's the only problem. But I definitely can see that they are vanilla. Out of all the Off-Whites that he dropped, they are pretty, the most plain out of all of them.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of goes in his favour as well, though, because like doesn't really require much thought in terms of how to dress it. If you just wanted to like flex the shoe on people, so
yeah,
it's a nice shoe, and if it was say a K or 2 at the max, then I could get with it a little bit more. But now we're into these bigger figures. Like, I'm good.
Hey, 7K for the Off-White Chicagos, the Jordan 1s. The Euro exclusive is just expensive. Around 5K around there for the all white ones, and those are my least favorite because those get dirty so fast and they look like, I like to wear my sneakers, like my Travis Jordan 1s. I like to wear them. I call that my traveling shoe. I bring that with me wherever I travel, so I do wear that a lot. But those Off-White Euro Jordan 1s, bro, for some reason they just look so disgusting once they get used, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that yellow one's mad. It's over, and it's like I've seen people posting like obviously buying them after he passed away, and you could see like the wear, like just from like just being left in the box, like all that yellow in, and it's I think I'd rather I wear my sneakers, and I could never envisage wearing a £3,000 shoe on my feet. I just couldn't do it. Like, that's a car. Do you know what I mean? That's a car. So I'm very modest when it comes to like all of my, like I said, are all like retail pickups. So if I destroy them, I'm getting what I paid for. Mm-hmm. Whereas if I'm 3,000, like they're staying back here and they're never getting worn. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no,
I can definitely agree with that. With those, I've never paid that much for resale on a sneaker. I think the max I've ever paid resale was around $500. I was just kind of lucky, like with the Travis Jordan 1s, I hit those for retail on the sneakers app. So, I kept them. Off-White UNCs, my wife's sister, so my sister-in-law, hit those for me retail. So that's why I have those in my collection, even though right there that's almost $4,000 to $5,000 in sneakers in those 2 pairs. I wear those all the time because I did pay retail for them. So that's why.
I think we're about the same, because like the most I've paid is like £500, so like $600. So we're about the same in terms of your looks better than mine. I will be honest. Like Travis Scott's is a big one. I've never hit a Travis for retail ever. I couldn't even get the Air trainers that are selling for retail.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah. So hopefully my look will change, but it's not too bad. I'm somewhere there in the middle.
Yeah, it took a while for me too. Like, collecting like 10. I've been in probably almost 15 years, I would say, collecting sneakers, and my collection has grown gradually. Like, this didn't happen overnight. Like, a lot of people come in my comments saying like, "Oh, he's rich," or "Daddy's money," or "He just goes by, this or that." Like, this was a grind. Like, I started, Air Maxes. I was wearing all Air Maxes. I was wearing Griffeys. I was wearing, obviously Reebok Shell Toes. I was wearing Air Force Ones. I was wearing Jordan Fusions when Jordan Fusions was a thing. The shoes came, gone in my collection. I bought stuff at outlet malls. I've bought used. I've traded. I've saved up. So this collection did not come in overnight whatsoever. And just those retail W's, having, I have my mom, my sister, my brother, all my friends, my coworkers entering raffles for me, like Travis Jordan 6s. Someone on my job hit those for me, so I get a lot of people that enter for me. So that was retail. I've hit on the Travis, the Jordan 1 lows for my wife on his website. So I do get lucky. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be one of those people that are like, oh, poor me. I never hit anything. I do hit Off-White Air Max 90s, the Desert Ore. I hit on the Sneakers app for retail. So I get lucky. I get lucky. My wife gets lucky as well. But it's a lot of legwork, bro. Like, I put in hours and hours. I'm in a cook group. Shout out to the Too Wild cook group. I'm in that cook group. Just recently joined that. Hopefully to help me out, catch some more W's. But, so I get lucky. I can't be on that stance where I never get selected. So I am blessed. So I am thankful about that. And with my wife helping me, she gets sometimes, and usually if I want an expensive pair, I'll buy smaller pairs that I don't want. Like, I have like 4 or 5 Dunks right behind me that are just sitting. I don't really want them. I'm not a reseller, so hey, listen, don't clip this and say Tim's a reseller. I don't buy 6 or 7 pairs of Panda Dunks. But if I could get my opportunity to get one for retail, and I know in the future that I can trade that up to something I want, I'm gonna do that. The only way I don't do resale, like, say if one of my best friends, right, he's like, yo, I really want Panda Dunks, I'm gonna give it to him for retail. If one of my boys said, yo, I really want that shoe, I'm gonna give it to him for retail. But if no one's hitting me up for them for retail, what can I do? What am I supposed to sell them for under market? No, I gotta sell them for what they're going for, right?
That's it, man. I like, the thing is for resellers, like, I don't like B-Tech resellers that are out here making £10 profit on a GR release. Like, that irritates me to the core. Like, they're like, the thing is about, like, everyone like whinging about resellers has always been a thing. It will always be a thing. Like,
on anything.
On anything, yeah. If you can make money from something, people will make money from it. That's just part and parcel of our world, basically. Like I remember as a kid, there was a guy like who used to come and knock on my mum's door and be selling trainers and clothes and PlayStation games, and he was a reseller. Like, he would be up in the morning, 6 o'clock. He'd be at these places like JD sales and Foot Locker sales and Next sales and game sales, and he would be picking them up under retail or at retail, and he'll be getting his markup. And he's putting in the work. He's driving around to all these places. He's putting himself about. I don't have any problem with that until you get to a point where you're taking 10, 11 of one size and you're just doing it to make 10, 15 pounds. Like, that irritates me. Like, and then the people that are hella taxing as well, like, that's just part and parcel. Like, we create the market, we create the demand, we pay what we paid. Like, if everybody suddenly stopped deciding to pay 10 grand a shoe for these type shoes, it won't be 10 grand anymore. We dictate the market. So there's always, as much as it's about resellers reselling, there's a buyer buying. So we can't all be like, I missed out on that shoe, I'm gonna go StockX and pay 3 grand for it, but I'm mad about it. Don't pay the 3 grand and the price will come down. Like, that's the thing. So we gotta kind of take some responsibility. So I sell shoes from my collection that I don't want. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go out and try and buy 5 Wave Runners and make money off it. But if I decide suddenly that I don't want to wear Wave Runners anymore, I'm not going to have somebody tell me I can't sell my possession, basically. Yeah. It's the same if I decide to sell some of my watches or some of my hats or clothes or whatever, I can do that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm fully comfortable with the position of selling things that you want to sell. I think there's just that fine line between taking the piss and, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, so I apologize if I'm not. If you're taking the mickey, I should say.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, you're fine, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's no PG here. We're good.
It's about, like, the fine lines in it, like, understanding, like, what are you comfortable with doing, and what do you kind of want to see? Like, people, like, for example, I'm currently sat here right now wearing the first pair of Foam Runners I've been able to get in 2 years, and it was from a friend who picked them up and gave them for retail. Mm-hmm. I'm the same. If I get something for somebody else, retail every time, until nobody's hitting me up for retail. It's reselling for more money. I'm not going to be stupid and
Yeah.
turn down. It's just not going to happen ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Which foam runners are there?
Onyx ones, the ones that I just dropped. Yeah. So shout out to Shea Cray for coming through and hooking me up with these. Gas, mate. Honestly, this is the first pair of foam runners I've had since the MXT Moon Greys, which I did resell. A lot of money. Nobody wanted them for. I think I made like 3 times the amount a year ago. And then it didn't fit. I got the wrong size, like an idiot, because it was brand new release. Nobody really knew what the sizing was like, so I went true to size. That was
sizing was horrible. Yep.
Yeah, so she came through. She got me there, and I'm not gonna lie, mate. I'm a Croc guy normally. I love Crocs, but
it's the foam runners.
I think it's time to hang up the Crocs, man. These foam runners are game changers.
Yes, like, I agree. I have the Onyx pair coming in as well. My wife hit on the confirmed that for me. They should be here this week. I have the sand colorway, and I think I have the MX sand colorway, like the gray with the pink and the light blue. Both of those I traded sneakers for. I got sneakers and I traded Panda Dunks for the sand colorway, and I think I traded Red Thunder 4s for the MX. You know, I know Red Thunder 4s were, I was tempted to keep them. I'm kind of a stickler for OG colorways most of the time. I can't say I'm a stickler for OG colorways and say the Travis is one of the best shoes of all time, but I tend to stick to the OG colorways or colorways that, you know, meant something to me, and a Red Thunder really wasn't doing it for me, even though I think it is a fire colorway.
I agree. One of the things we can kind of take it or leave it, in it. Like, there was plenty of nice shoes out there, but if we were just picking up all nice shoes, it'd get out of hand quickly, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? So you've got to pick your battles, and like, I get it. I mean, like, for me, like, I picked up 2 pair of the Lightnings.
Oh my god, beautiful.
I sold it for retail to a friend of mine, so shout out to the guy that took it off me. And I saw the price go up, and I was a little bit like, it is what it is. I'm not sure what to do with these because I don't really know if I've got the style for it. I'm trying to make it work. But yeah, I agree. I think I like 4s. I just don't really wear them too often. I'm more of a 3 guy. I live in 3s.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like 7 or 8 pairs of them at the minute. So I'm trying to actually wear all my stuff. Like, I've got like the Union 2s. They are absolutely banging. I don't know if you've had them in or whatever, but if you can get a pair of these Union 2s, banging shoe, honestly.
Hey, you heard it from himself. Listen, and they're at a pretty good price too. They're not too high at the moment. Union tends to go up. I've seen when they first dropped the black toe and the Storm Blue pair, the Jordan 1s. I saw pairs, the black toe one specifically, around $600-$700. Right now, that's a $2,000-$3,000 pair of shoes. So, pull the trigger on the Jordan 2s. And that's crazy because the Jordan 2 was not getting any love. I'm not here to be a gatekeeper or anything, but I've always loved the Jordan 2s. I've had anniversary Jordan 2s, which is just white and silver, and then I've had the Countdown Pack Jordan 2s. So I've been on Jordan 2s. I love Jordan 2s. And Virgil with the low top Jordan 2s. I'm not saying that he got credit for it, but those were amazing. The way that they engineered them to look like they were basically breaking apart, the box, the storyline, the detailing, and the fact that, you know, like, that was basically his last shoe that we saw him alive, you know, so that has a lot of sentimental value there. So now, obviously, Jumpman and Jordan Brand sees all that hype, so they're going to push the Jordan 2s. We got the Union Jordan 2s, Alma Manier Jordan 2s, J Balvin Jordan 2s, the Chicago Jordan 2s, rumored to come out this year. Mason Chateau, I think that's how you say it, Jordan 2s. I think it's a French designer. He is coming out with a pair of Jordan 2s. I don't know if you've seen them. Like baseball stitching. They're like white and orange.
I don't think I've seen them yet, no.
Yes.
So I'm still trying to get the Alma Manier 2s, man. Like, I was gutted about. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't like 2s, but I like them 2s. Hype beast it out. Like, I don't really like the whole feel of 2s. Like, I've just never really got with them. I've seen a few. I've felt them, and I was kind of one of those take it or leave it. But when I saw them, like, my missus got them for me, and I was gassed to get them just for, if anything, for a review.
Mm-hmm.
And then the minute I put them on, game change. I feel like sometimes, like, you can look at something and you don't like it, but when you put it on and you see how it looks with the outfit you've dressed it with, like, immediately it just changes. Like, you can even hold a shoe and you can look at it and be like, I don't know, I don't. Try it on.
It's that arrow shot. It's when you look up.
Down, like that was everything to me. And as soon as she said that, I was like, right, I'm keeping these. She wasn't happy because she hates them. She absolutely hates them. But for me, like, I don't know if I can't get them, but yeah,
it's a fire shoe. I love it. I love the material, the colorway on it.
Yeah, it's easy to wear as well. And like, one of the things that I don't like is that these motherfuckers crease bad. I only wore mine for an hour, and the creasing isn't ideal. But outside of that, banging shoe. Like, definitely in my top 10 sneakers of the year, 100%. I think people are sleeping on it, but a year from now, the price is going to be stupid. So I need to get that other colorway like really quick.
Yeah, before prices go up, for sure.
Yeah, I'll be upset.
Yo, we do have a question. Yo, I bought Nike GT Cut Fusion Red from GOAT. Was it a good purchase? I mean, what signifies a good purchase? I mean, if you like them, they were in your price range, you didn't miss the rent to buy them, and you fuck with them, then it's a good purchase. That's me. Hey, I didn't really look too much into the GT Fusion. I heard it's more of a basketball sneaker. So if you're definitely going to get the wears out of it, if you're going to use it to style and play basketball, then it's a good purchase. You got multifaceted shoe. If you're going to use it just, once a month, maybe then it's not the best purchase. But if you fuck with the colorway, Nike GT, I've seen some colorways have been good. So if you fuck with it, then it's a good purchase, bro. It's not up to me to decide that. Yo, Gucci, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Wonton, what's good, people? Welcome to the stream. If you are new here, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are on our road to 2,000 subs. Join the journey. No, we're just catching up right now, getting some questions in, talking about his sneaker knowledge, his sneaker history. If you had to wear one sneaker for the rest of your life, you can get all the colorways of that one sneaker. Which sneaker would it be? I have a guess of two sneakers because you said it's your favorite shoe, so I have a guess, but we'll let you answer.
You
get all the colorways. You get every single colorway of that model. It could be a Jordan, it could be a Nike, whatever, but you get every single colorway, but that's the only shoe you can wear. So it has to be cozy, versatile, all of that,
Now you've got me because there are, like, for example, like the Air Max 90, I'm very picky. Like, I'm super picky because there's like 5 that are grail status for me, and then the rest I'm like, meh. It's meh. The rest I'm fine with. The Jordan 3, timeless. It's between the Jordan 3 and the Air Max 1 for me because there's so many Air Max 1 colorways. Like, like the casinos, the concept, the patterns. Obviously, they're just the hype ones. But then you've got like the OG colorways, and then you've got things like. Man, I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Jordan 3. I will go Jordan 3. Yeah, because I think they're incredibly comfortable. I know people don't, but I genuinely believe it's like top 2 most comfortable Jordan in my opinion. It's you can work with everything: shorts, casual, dress it up, dress it down. It matches up well. The colorway is white cements, black cements. I'm a Meuniers. I'm going 3s. Yeah, Jordan 3s for me. What was the guess going to be?
It was going to be Jordan 3 or Air Max 90s. You threw me with a loop of the Air Max trainer, the trainer ones, the Air Max 1s, I should say.
Yeah, Air Max 1s. I'm big on my Air Max 1s right now. I will be honest, it's from a hype perspective as well because I never really liked the Air Max 1s coming up. Like I didn't really see that many people wearing them. Like my mum's friends used to wear Air Max 1s, so it was never like
yeah.
Like my mum wear Air Max 1s. Like I wore 90s, my friends wore 90s, the olders on the estate wore TNs, like I said before. So Air Max 1s were like my mum's shoes, you know what I mean? Like, so it was never really something I was that interested in. And I will be honest, the first pair of Air Max 1s that I've owned was the Patters, the Monarchs. Mate, again, game changer. And I've got like 6 pairs of Air Max 1s now, but people might say it's just hype, but I've got like 2 Patters, I've got 2 Concepts, I've got the tree lines. I'm saying it now, I'm getting both the casinos. And it's just stuff like that. Like I'm very specific over what shoes I do and don't like, and I feel like I could say today it'd be the Jordan 3, tomorrow it could be the Air Max 90 again. Like, but I feel like the Jordan 3 is the one that like, I'm wearing consistently. And as I get older, I still think I can style this out. Like, I don't think it's a young man shoe or an old man shoe. It's just everybody can wear it. Whereas if I've said the Jordan 4, I can't imagine me wearing Jordan 4s in like 10 years. I just don't think I would. So yeah, Jordan 3 for me. What would yours be? One shoe.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually chose the Jordan 3 as well because we kept it to Jordan. The last question, that question specifically was which Jordan model would you wear? Jordan 3 for all the same reasons. I think the wearability of it, You know, you can wear it with jeans and shorts. So right there, you check that box. Most of them are leather, so you know you're not gonna be worried about them getting beat up or dirty. You know, because it's easy to clean. Colorways are fire. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of there's the fire red Jordan 3s. There's the Black History Month 3s. There's UNC 3s. So many 3s that are fire. So I picked the Jordan 3 as well. So we have similar tastes. Do you know anything about the barbershop dunks dropping? I do not know. Do you know anything about the barbershop dunks? No?
No.
Nope.
No, I never heard of them, to be honest.
No, I never heard of them either. I saved up for them. All right, so if you saved up for them and that's a shoe that you chose, it's a good purchase, bro. You rock with it. You went with the Air Max 90. We got Blazing going with the Air Max 90. Logan S going for the Jordan 4s for sure. Jack this Cactus, I'm picking the Yeezys for comfortability. That's not a bad choice. I mean, obviously, you would have to pick a specific model, so it would be like 350s or 700s. That would be kind of difficult. And your mom is a sick lady. Wonton says your mom is a sick lady. I'm guessing that's one of your friends. I'm hoping that's one of your friends at least.
Yeah. I posted it up on the community tab on the channel, and you seem quite happy that we're doing a live. I mean, I do need to do more lives. I love doing like videos and stuff, but like doing lives get a more of a sense for people. So shout out for actually coming through. I appreciate that. And she was like, my mum is she was really tough. Like obviously, council estate is like a hood, best way I could describe it. And it's pretty rough. I mean, I still live on the same council estate I grew up on. Okay. And like she was tough. Like she was I remember people were never afraid of me. They was afraid of my mum. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
She was repping all day. She was wearing Air Max 90s, but mainly Air Max 1s, and she was just this tough woman. So yeah, she loved it, and I feel like that kind of tainted my view on the shoe. Like nobody wants to wear the shoe that the mum's wearing. Like she could have been like if she wore Jordan 3s, I probably wouldn't have liked Jordan 3s. You know what I mean? Like it was just like that's my mum's shoe. I'm not want to wear my mum's shoe. Maybe if my dad wore it, I'd have been a bit more receptive to it. But like he's got no fashion sense whatsoever, so I'm not taking no shoe advice from him.
That's funny.
It's wicked, man. Seeing like how like it differently impacts you and stuff. Like you can't go wrong. Like, if you went 90s forever, the list of dope 90s is incredible. Like same with 1, same with 3, same with 4, same with 5s.
Because they put out a lot of colorways in those popular shoes. You know, Air Max 90. Air Max 90, I think, has like almost like every single color you can think of, like a whole rainbow. You got red, blue, pink, yellow. Like it goes crazy, and then all the collabs. So Air Max 90s, you would have an infinite amount of sneakers.
100%. And it's like some of them. Like for me, one of my favorite is the Bacons. Like having an unlimited access to as many Bacon Air Max 90s as possible would be amazing.
Do you have them in your collection?
What was that, sorry?
The Bacon, do you have a pair?
Yeah, I got those this year, actually. Yeah, I missed out on it last year, and as a principal, I was like, I'm not paying it. I'm not paying these resellers an extra $5. They're not having it. And then I caved. I had to get them. I got them for my birthday this year. I was like, forget it. I'm paying it. It's a $5 more than retail. Forget about it. I got them, and they're amazing. It's like one of my favorite shoes. I've only worn it once or twice. Again, it rains a lot here, so I've heard they bleed. I don't know if that's true or not with that like suede or whatever. So I'm very scared to wear it. But the times I have worn it, just amazing.
Oh, I love it. That leather sock lining is A1. I got that on the Sneakers app as well. I know we keep talking about all the W's, but I did get that on the Sneakers app. And a dope subtle flex right here. This is a dope subtle flex. I don't throw this out too often, but I do have a pair of the Air Max Bacons, right? I took a picture of them, posted it up on IG, and tagged Dave, Dave's Quality Meat. He's the originator of the Bacon. And Buddy followed me, and he messaged me from time to time. So I'm going to say this. I'm friends with Dave Ortiz. I'm going to say this right now. I'm friends with the creator of the Bacon.
All right, give him a shout out for me. Tell him to drop me a follow.
I got you. I'll let him know. Hey, listen. He's really receptive with people DMing him, bro. He only has about... not putting him down. He has more than me. He has about 12,000 on Instagram. So I'm pretty sure if you message him, he'll see it, and he'll definitely talk back to you because he's super dope. He has a lot of conversations with a lot of his fans. So it's dope.
Oh, I'm gonna have to jump on that. Like as soon as I'm out of here, I'm messaging him.
Yeah.
It was the same when we had Stan Smith on the podcast that I'm a part of. Like we were talking about the Wave Runner, and like when we came off like the show, he was showing us things that we're not allowed to talk about, basically, like Sam and things. But then he followed me afterwards, and he's liked and commented on things that I've posted, and like from like a New Balance perspective, because of his time at New Balance, like the 550s, the Wave Runners, like even now, even though I've spoken to the guy, like seeing him like liking and commenting and the odd message here and there, like sick. Like,
yeah, it's like kind of like a gratification, right? You kind of feel like I'm here with them. If this guy is with me, I'm with them. That's super dope.
It's recognition for your work as well. Like the content you're putting out is like, especially like if it's around something they've made and they like it, that's showing that you're doing it the right way. So respect to them, and it kind of gratification for the hard work as well. Like when I've done reviews and stuff, like I've seen things from him commenting and stuff like on like the posts and stuff. It's just wicked. Shout out to him. He's a cool guy, man.
That's dope. That was actually one thing I was going to talk to you about was New Balance, because over here, I don't know how popular. I'm pretty sure it's popular over there as well. But New Balance has taken over the game, in my opinion. I put them at number 2 right now, right behind Nike. They jumped over Adidas for the moment, and that's Adidas and Yeezy. Yes, Yeezy is my favorite. He's one of my favorite people of all time, and I'm going to say that New Balance jumped over him. Sorry if you watch this later, Kanye. I still love you. Still rep Yeezy. But New Balance has definitely jumped over them in hype popularity as of right now. Whether they'll stay there is what we'll see. But with their collabs, their quality of materials, their storytelling, all of it, 2002R comfortableness, I love New Balance. What are your thoughts on New Balance?
I'll be honest, I was a little bit resistant to New Balance when I'm not trying to keep throwing it over to my podcast, but when I was on a podcast originally, we had a guy on there called Reggie. He lives for New Balance. Like he for months and months was telling me New Balance is taking over, New Balance is doing this, New Balance is doing that, and I will be honest, I was like, yeah, of course they are. And then it exploded with like the Joey Freshgood stuff, and like I remember when weeks like were leading up to that release, he was telling me about like the fresh waters and all that kind of stuff and the outside claws, and I was like, "Raw, £230, nah, for New Balance, nah." And I will be honest, like the outside claws in particular, beautiful. I need them. I have to have them. But now they're like £400 in my size, so I could have took that inside information from Reg and got
spend the $230. Spend the $230, right? That's why I always tell my wife, if I spend the retail, I save because I'm gonna buy them. I'm not gonna have to pay resale for them.
I didn't think to be resale, to be honest. Like, I just didn't look into it enough, and I feel like I was too passive. I should have taken a little bit more of what he was saying on board, so I kind of missed the boat, and then I kind of came in at a different level. Like I ended up picking up the 550s. I've got a few 550s in the collection. Love them. Thought they was my favorite New Balance until I tried the 2002Rs, and my God,
that's the best.
Like
that's the best. I haven't had the 990 yet, but the 2002R.
Yeah, I've had 2 pairs of the 990s, but I still prefer the 2002Rs. I think they're more comfortable in my opinion, and they're more affordable as well, which is something I really like. Like retail here is like £100. Like I got these in today, like today, something like that. These
fire.
Just this is like £100. Like £100 retail is like $125 maybe, around that price point.
Yeah, and that's just comfort everyday shoe. That's not you're not out here trying to flex. You're not trying to do anything. That's just I'm trying to go to the grocery store. I'm trying to go. Yeah. That's it.
Parents' evening or whatever, like trying to be there with the kids on sports day, like, and not having to be kind of worrying about like destroying a pair of shoes that is irreplaceable. Like these are amazing. Like,
and they look good.
I mean, they look amazing. I think they look sick, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
I genuine, minimal effort to dress, minimal effort to like in terms of like the materials are really good on it. Like especially this one is brilliant.
I think they had a suede pack that recently came out. It was like a wine, a green, a blue. I was looking to get the suede pack because I was looking to get the red or the green because I saw that they were retail.
100%, and I saw those, to be honest, and it was a choice between the green and the wine for me, and I ended up wanting the greens. They sold out typically, but the wines were available, so they're still available, so I may still get them down the road. But the 2002R for me is amazing. It's like my daily shoe. So like in the house, it was mainly Crocs because I can't wear trainers in the house. I don't know how you guys do in the States. When I'm coming into the house, my trainers are off. I could be wearing the hypest shoe in the world. They're off at the door. They have to be. I can't wear trainers in my house on my carpet. It's just not a thing. So it was straight into Crocs, and then now Foam Runners, but like these New Balances, like they live by the door a lot of the time. Like those are brand new, so they're up here with me. But like I got a grey pair that I wear pretty much every day. So I think they're doing incredible bits, and I would say as well, in my opinion, the 2002 Art is equally as comfortable for me as any Yeezy I've ever owned. People probably won't agree, but in my opinion, easily as good as the 350.
No,
in my opinion,
no, 100%. Mostly all New Balances, I would say,
yeah,
are A1 with the comfort. I love what New Balance is doing. I respect everything over at Adidas and Yeezy, but it's been kind of stagnant. The Foam Runner definitely has, picked up the hype of it. Right now, Foam Runners and slides, that's what's going crazy for Yeezy and Adidas. And I'm just like you. I have my feet, my shoes are at the door as well. I usually just have slides on during the day. That's max. Slides. Foam Runners I don't have on in the house because I don't know. Sometimes I have socks, sometimes I don't have socks, and I can't wear the Foam Runners without socks because it's just too sticky.
Yeah, you gotta wear socks in them. I agree. I mean, I think I'm only really wearing these in the house today because of the fact that they're brand new. But I think eventually it'd be one of those shoes that's by the door to run out in. And it's like anything. I can't wear Crocs without socks. I don't know how people do it. It's just a bit. It's not for me. It's just not a vibe. It's like Yeezy slides without socks. If I'm not at the beach, put some socks on. That's my vibe. I don't want to see people's toes though, so I'm a little bit weird like that. So.
No, yeah, I definitely do rock the socks and sandals, socks and Crocs. I used to wear Crocs because I used to have Crocs, non-slip Crocs for where I used to work, so I used to throw those on. But it's funny how most all sneakerheads usually have the door kicks. We have these 50, 60 pairs right behind us. But we'll be wearing, the Air Max 90s, the Air Max 1s, Foam Runner, slides, Crocs, general stuff. We usually wear those most of the time. And then once we're going to bust out, a nice fit, we bring out something crazy.
100%.
So I see you have the LeBron South Beaches back there. Me being from South Florida, that was basically the holy grail sneaker. You needed to have a South Beach. And back when they originally released in 2010, that was probably one of the most limited releases of all time. So it was super hard to get our hands on it. But luckily, back in 2021, they dropped going for almost retail, which is a tragedy in my opinion because I think that shoe should sell out and should be worth $1,000. That's one of my favorite shoes of all time. Nike basketball now. Back in 2009 to 2013, over here in America, Nike basketball was king. Kobe's, KD's, LeBron's. How is Nike basketball over there in the UK? Do you see people wearing LeBron's with, let's say, jeans, as an outfit? People use those for basketball, but do you wear an outfit with that?
I personally don't where I live, but I feel like when you venture into more fashionable areas, not to say that where I live isn't very fashionable, which it isn't to be honest, but when you go to London and Manchester, then there is a likelihood that you would. I couldn't wear LeBron's with jeans. I mean, I've tried it and I didn't really like it. I mean, there are certain colorways that are more receptive. I wouldn't wear those with jeans personally. I tend to wear my LeBron's when it's warm out, shorts kind of vibe. But I've only got 3 pairs of LeBron's in my collection. Those which are my favorites. I got the Space Jam LeBron 8s and I got the Hardwood Classics, which I tend to play basketball in those too. I really like how they feel when I'm playing. So. But those ones are a grail for me. A different perspective from you, obviously, where you grew up and whatnot. But when I first started getting into sneakers, that was one of the first things I saw, and I was amazed by just the overall look of them and everything about them. I had to get them, and then when they came out here, it was such a weird release. It was drip feeding the release. They'd release here, and then suddenly it was gone, and then here it was gone, and then sneakers didn't get it until 6 months after the retailers had them. So I got them eventually, thank God. And I mean, if I didn't, I would have paid the resale for them. But yeah, I don't think you'd see it as much. I feel like most people probably wear jeans with Jordans, and I don't really see too many people wearing Kobe's or KD's or you don't really see Reebok Questions or anything like that.
Nike basketball and stuff, basketball sneakers like that.
Yeah. The aesthetics here is very much Saucony, Asics, Air Max, Yeezy. Jordans are massive. Jordans are wave right now. New Balance as well. The 550 in particular is huge here. The protection pack is also really big. I feel like you have to go to a very specific person to see those kind of classic shoes. Like, although I did see somebody wearing a pair of LeBron 9s about 6 months ago. Which
Big Bangs, the Big Bangs, the orange ones.
I can't remember. There was like a gold colorway. I can't remember the exact name of the colorway.
That's one of my favorite. South Beach 8s is my favorite LeBron of all time, and then the LeBron 9s Big Bangs are definitely right up there. Tragedy? No. What I mean by tragedy was not that they were cheap. The fact that no one wants them. That they have. Yeah. The reason why they're so cheap is because nobody wants them. Not because I don't want sneakers to be cheap. I wish they would release 1 million pairs of LeBrons. When I meant tragedy was that nobody wants them. You know, that's what I meant by tragedy. Not that they were cheap. Nope, no one hardly wears LeBrons in the UK. No, okay. How about Dunks? Are Nike Dunks a big thing?
You can't blink without seeing Dunks.
Pandas?
Dunks and Jordan 1 mids, they're everywhere, mate. Honestly, every single place you go, even here, which is like the fashion capital of nothing, we have nothing going on fashionable. Every single teenager in the world, in the UK, wears Dunks or especially like Air Jordan 1 mids and Dunks. I don't like either, to be honest. Like I don't like Jordan 1s and I don't like Dunks. So I don't have either of any of those two. But like, yeah, it's very, very saturated for that stuff. You don't really see too many people wearing Jordan 1 highs. You come across them every now and again, but it literally is mids everywhere.
Yeah, mids and Dunks definitely took over like the last 2 or 3 years. Like mids has been going crazy. And Dunks have been going crazy. Like the Panda Dunk, that's like basically like the Air Force One right now, releasing so many different times.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When they first did the Panda, like the very first drop, I hit for retail, right? And in that video, I said they're going to become like the Air Force One. It's going to become like uniform. You're going to see them everywhere. They're going to restock over and over again, and it will be like an Air Force One. Not in terms of history, heritage, or price even, but they're going to. I got wicked hate for that, you know, like in my comments.
The Air Force One's irreplaceable.
How could you compare the Dunk to the Air Force One? The Dunk will never be an Air Force One. Like people love Air Forces here as well. Like especially in London, like you could think it's New York. Like the amount of people who wear Air Force Ones. But I got so much hate, bro. Like for real for saying that. And I'm not gonna lie. Since it's happened, I'm just sat here cheesy grinning at every single one of them comments.
I told you so.
You will see. I said this like 2 years ago. This was gonna happen. And you can see the moves they're making. They were trying to make Blazers big, and that they kind of fizzled. But like Dunks, I think they'll come back around again. I don't think even though they're down now, I don't think it'll be down for long.
Yeah, so because they came out with all the SBs. They started building that hype with Travis and then Virgil doing all the SBs and stuff like that. Yeah. Then they started doing all the Dunks, and they wanted to have all the Dunks, all the different colorways, all the Pandas, all the purple Dunks, blue Dunks. Making them so accessible for everybody. So they are definitely releasing a new Dunk every weekend, it feels like almost. It's crazy.
Literally. I think we've got like 4 or 5 coming out in the next couple of weeks here, like a raspberry Dunk, a lemon Dunk. They've just done the sour apples and the cherries. And
yeah, because you have the Dunks and then you have the SBs too. So it feels like so much repetitive when it's both of them, That's how it is. Nothing wrong with Dunks, but I agree Pandas are trash.
I agree.
Yeah, I have Pandas in my collection. I wear them. I actually wear Pandas quite often. So I don't wear them for this. I wear them as an everyday shoe. Not so much for a long period of time because it's not comfortable because it's super flat-footed. But just because it's white and black, so it generally goes with every outfit. And like they're $100 basically, so I usually beat mine into the ground. So it's not something like stylistic wear or like I'm wearing it because it's trendy. I'm wearing it because it's easy to wear. And I got a pair, so I have those as well. I hit the first drop too, but they're still DS because everyone got them. Yeah, sometimes I do that too. Sometimes I get a pair, and I usually let people wear them out. So then when I bust mine out, they're super crispy.
It's pretty hard to do though when they're restocking them every bloody few weeks, isn't it? Like
yeah.
I ditched mine straight away just because of like you said, I don't like the feel of Dunks or Jordan 1s. I'm a wide footer in general, so I kind of struggle. So I found my niche where I'm at with Jordans and which ones I do and don't wear. So and I got mine. I flipped mine for the high, and I was buzzing.
Yeah, they're going for like $300-400 probably by that time.
I made a decent wedge off them, and I use that money there to put it into a shoe that I would wear.
Exactly. Now you use that $400 towards a resale pair and you're fine.
100%. Yeah, because I mean, I remember I had like you mentioned earlier, the Jordan 1 Mochas. I got them at retail, sold them, and bought my Black Cement 3s. I was buzzing like that. Like, so that's a plus that people don't talk about very often with sneakers. Like, is like everyone hates a reseller until they're selling a pair of their own shoes. Yeah. Even if it's from their own collection, like everyone hates resellers till they're on Depop or eBay or StockX selling a pair of shoes that they don't want anymore. So that's why I'm kind of on the fence. I don't really mind it. Like, if I can swap my retail pair of Mochas for Black Cement 3s, I'm gonna do that every single day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wins. The person that paid wanted that shoe, and you got what you wanted.
100%. And like, it's not like anybody's ever being held to ransom to do it.
Yeah,
you choosing that. So
the price is what you're gonna pay, right?
For every time there's a seller, there's a buyer. 100%. It's just one of them, innit?
And that's kind of like a perfect segue into our probably most controversial topic, which we'll probably get a lot of hate for, is reps and our thoughts on reps. That's one reason why you buy real shoes, is because you're going to be able to make some money off of them. Say you buy even a pair of Travis's for $700 and you wear them 3 times. Guess what? If you paid that $700 then, you could probably flip them right now for $1,500. And you got 4 or 5 wears out of them. So you made money and you got to wear them. So what are your thoughts on reps?
I hate reps. I just hate the whole idea of it. I mean, the arguments are bland as well. Like, when you see somebody arguing for reps, like, oh, well, why am I going to pay $500 or £500 for that shoe when I can get it from this person for $250? That's still over retail, man.
Yeah.
You still pay more for a shoe that's not genuine, for quality that's not genuine, and there's no resale value to it. And that's something that we have to consider. Like, you buy that's dead money. You can never sell that unless you're trying to, like, fraudulently
sell it, which sucks too, because they sell the fakes as real.
100%. Like, when you go out of your way to stitch somebody up, like, you're a full-on dickhead. Like, if your eye are trying to steal people,
you heard it here.
You, like, people who save up their money, like that guy said about the Fusions, he saved up his money. Could you imagine if someone diddled him out of his money for a fake pair? Like, it's just, I hate that. That is, it's the worst thing about sneaker collecting, is that the risk of that happening. Mm-hmm. I hate it altogether. I just think the idea is ridiculous. It's like, the art, like, I've heard people arguing and saying, well, I don't want to pay that price. Well, don't get that shoe. Oh, well, I like that shoe. No, you like how people look at you in that shoe.
Yeah.
Because there is a million Jordan 1s. For example, Jordan 1 Travis's, amazing shoe. 100% one of the best Jordan 1s that I've seen, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mochas, if you don't have the 2000 for the Travis's, the Mocha is $400. An incredible shoe as well. Very similar. You don't, like, you just, like, a lot of people just like to look like they've got it, but they don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like driving around in a Ford with a Rolls Royce thing on the hood. It's ridiculous.
It's not a Rolls Royce. It's a Ford.
I just can't imitate a life I don't live, and I mean, I would be so nervous that someone's gonna call me out and be like, "That's fake."
Oh yeah, no. A lot of people, they say they can't tell the difference, and no one's gonna call me out. That's what they say. But I mean, most of the times people can tell, and even if they can't tell, on the inside, you're wearing BG Kicks. Welcome to the stream. What up, Prep? Popping up to say what's up. Thank you, BG Kicks, for stopping by. I appreciate you, bro. We gotta get you on one of these lives, bro. BG Kicks, bro. I know we talked in the DMs, bro, but we gotta get you on one of these lives, bro. One of these interview style lives. This is how we can basically do when you go live. Not when you go live, but how we could do 2 people on one screen, just like this. But I appreciate you for stopping by. I agree with everything you're saying. Listen, even with the Heritage ones, right? So you have the Jordan 1 Heritage. Is it sitting in the UK? Because it's sitting over here.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
If you want a Jordan 1, right, you can buy that one. Listen, I'm not even against customizing it. I've seen people painting the white black to getting a bread Jordan 1. Now, don't say you have a bread Jordan 1. Say you painted the Heritage Jordan 1s to look like the bread, which is okay. I'm okay with. There's a fine line between fake, because you get that fake, you get the customizing, you get the what's the other one? Bootleg, like Warren Lotus. And, Mischief and stuff like that. Even though Mischief does use real materials and stuff like that, there's a big, like, mix-up in the community, whether, this is a fake, this is a UA, this is a custom. I draw the line at custom, and custom, like, either you hand-painted it or somebody used real materials of a real sneaker and put it together. Now, when you start mass producing a sneaker that looks like a sneaker, then you fall into the fake and bootleg realm, which is the same for me. But, you know, with the heritage, bro, I've seen so many different people painting it black, making it a bread, making it a bread toe, making it a Chicago. Do that. If you want one of those expensive shoes, do that. I'm okay with that, you know. But don't go by the reps, you know.
Nah, I mean it's one of them things where like I feel like people just get caught up in being involved in the hype so much that they really like. There are so many amazing shoes that are out in the world that are sitting at retailers that people just decide that they don't want because it's not hype. Like, I feel like I would much rather be walking around in a GR pair of 90s, 95s, 97s, or even the Dunks that are now sitting. And you don't have to always have those hype releases. And, like, it comes down to just being, like, how comfortable you are in yourself. If you want to buy reps and just wear reps and you tell people you're wearing reps and that's on you, that's fine. Do what you want.
That's fine.
I'm not here to preach at anybody, but it's when you get to a point where people are flexing that you've got the real and you know it's fake. Like I know the odd person who does that. I grew up with people that were wearing fakes and like,
or people talking shit about you that you have a real pair. Like you're an idiot for buying that pair. Like,
yeah.
So if I called you an idiot for buying reps, the whole rep community would be down our throats saying, oh, "Let us do what we want," but then we're stupid for spending $1,000 on a pair when we could have just bought some reps. You know, so it's stupid.
It's knowing the fine line in it. It's knowing what you are willing to pay for a shoe, for the experience of that shoe. If you set your own limits from the offset and say, for me, I'm never going over £500 for a shoe. I can live without it for unless I'm earning £1 million a year. I don't need a £600 shoe. I just don't need it. It's just that's just me, my mentality. Mm-hmm. But if you want to go out and spend £500 on a fake shoe that's reselling for $3,000 to pretend it's real, I don't get it. But if you just like that shoe so much, you gotta have it, and you're prepared for people to say that's not real, and you're happy with that, then do what you want. But like, I just feel like people just need to stop putting so much emphasis on other people, on how people are seeing it, and like, because I feel like it's a little bit silly. Like everybody has the right to do what they want and wear what they want, and I'd never say anything otherwise. If I knew somebody was wearing a fake, I'm not gonna be like, ha, that's fake. What are you doing? I like that. I'm just not that petty. Like I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like, oh, nice. I'd never call somebody out because I just don't have that kind of energy. But like when it comes to people being like, ha, look at my shoes compared to yours, I'm like, if it's fake, I'm gonna tell you like, yeah, look at my shoes, all retail, yours are fake. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I'd have to know before I just accuse somebody.
Yeah. Just calling everybody shit's fake.
Man, people have said, I'm sure people have thought that about me, especially because of where I live and like, you know, the areas I've grown up in. Like people will probably think, oh, how's he got all these shoes? Like, and like you said, it's building blocks one at a time, just here and there, retail pickups, raffle wins, little successes, and buying bricks that people don't want because I like them. Every single pair of shoes I own, I like, and if people don't like them, sound you don't wear them. I do.
Bricks of 2022, Green Bean 5s, Midnight Navy 6s, Playoff 12s. Heritage Jordan 1s, which is the same colorway I see right here, the same colorway as the Travis. It's the same colorway as the Travis. You just don't have the backward swoosh, and you don't have that fragment logo. So if you like the Travis fragments, you should like the Heritage. Brotherhood Jordan 1s, like all fine colorways, not necessarily OG colorways, but all good colorways. And that's actually how we're going to end this stream with. If you can have a piece of advice for someone that wants to start a sneaker collection, how would you start your sneaker collection? Like, what would be the steps you would take?
I think just be realistic with yourself. Don't put so much emphasis on always getting the latest one. Like, sometimes it's good to just stop and look at the ones you've got, because sometimes it can be easy to just want what's coming next, that you don't appreciate what you've got. So as much as it's good to look forward, always like appreciate what you've got. And just like know your limits, because it gets silly. People can get in a lot of like you mentioned, I made a joke. Like people can miss rent payments and car payments and bills. Like I'd kind of just sum it into one. Just be realistic with what you can afford, realistic with what you expect to get out of it, and just enjoy it. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be this super serious life or death situation. Like I do this and I do videos and I come on lives with people like you just to chop it up and have a laugh and just talk about it because I enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's not something that's supposed to be taken super seriously to the point where like if you lose on a Saturday morning it ruins your weekend. Like that's it's too much. Like, just enjoy it, appreciate what you've got, and just be realistic. And then you can never be disappointed. You can always be. I had a fun time doing that in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, in my 50s. It doesn't have to be tired. Do you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy yourself. Like, because this is fun. I really enjoy coming on here. First time we spoke, you know, shout out to Squin for recommending that I come on, and you know, it's like, this was fun. And
exactly. And this is sneakers right here. This is sneakers. Sneakers brought us together. If we didn't both share love for a pair of sneakers, we're literally so far away from each other. You're literally across the ocean, and you know, now we both have a friend. You know, you ever come to Atlanta? You know, I ever go to the UK over there, bro? We have a connection over sneakers now. You know how, and buy what you like. Exactly, like the comments down below. Buy what you like. That is key. You can't buy what's hype. You can't buy what other people are telling you to buy. Just like how Logan asked me, was that a good buy in the comments? You know, if you like the shoe, it was a good buy. That's it. That's how it is.
Yeah, 100%. And like that's the thing. Buy what you like, because what you're gonna do if you buy a shoe that you don't even like, that's hype, and you wear it and you just don't like it, you're stuck with it. Then, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you see that all the time, and the patterns of and also another thing is fashion changes quickly. You don't always have to move with the times. Like there are certain shoes that will always be around, like the ones, the threes, just because people move on to dunks, and the dunks are the next thing, or the Yeezys are the next thing. If you still like what you like, just stick to what you like, innit? Like, don't feel like you have to be flashy. You might like Blazers, you might like Timbs. If that's you, do you.
Collect all of them.
I would recommend experiencing other shoes though, because there's a lot of really great shoes out in the world that I feel like you can't just be like, I don't like it until you've tried it. Don't knock it till you've tried it. So
Asics is one of them.
Try it. 100. Yeah, it's just experience it and enjoy it, and just have fun. This is meant to be fun. Do you know what I mean? That's the last thing I'm gonna say about that. It's just, but yeah, I'll have a good time. Stop taking it so serious.
Have fun with it. Listen, that was a wonderful note to end it on. Let me pull up the socials again. So if you are in stream right now, or if you are watching this in the playback, make sure to go show my boy some love, Aiden some love over on his IG. You can find all of his links right here, his YouTube as well. Both are the same, ACS Sneakers. Last minute thoughts. Anything else you want to shout out? Anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
Yeah, man, just appreciate coming on. Like, it's always good to link up with people from your neck of the woods, and obviously just trying to get a little bit more involved in the sneaker culture elsewhere. So big up everyone for coming through. Obviously, I couldn't see the comments, so so I just appreciate being on here. Definitely recommend coming on here. And there's a few people that I would love to see coming on here as well. So, like, you know, if you are looking to reach out to anyone, like, there's quite a few guys that I can link you in with.
Perfect.
It was a good experience. So yeah.
Perfect, bro. I'm looking to add more people to my repertoire, as you say. You know, I'm trying to add some more people to my Rolodex. You know.
I've got a bunch of suggestions for you. A few people from my neck of the woods, a couple of guys from the podcast I'm on, and to be honest, mate, we'd love to have you on our podcast as well, so we can kind of spotlight back on you maybe. So we'll have to make that happen as well. Get you on with us as well.
Perfect, bro. Just shoot me the DM, bro, and I'll be more than happy to go on it, bro. Whatever time, I'm down.
We'll make it work. You sorted me out, getting a good time for me, so we'll make sure we take care of your timings as well.
All right, cool, bro. Hey, thank you guys for coming through the live stream. Make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Check him out too at all his socials. I will put all the links down below. Been your boy Tim and Aiden. Peace.